Opposition leader Dr. Peter Phillips has disclosed that the People's National Party (PNP) is developing specific performance targets for its elected representatives and party officials. Speaking at a press briefing on Thursday, Dr. Phillips says there could be sanctions for non performance or breaches by its members. He also said a code of conduct is being reviewed to further guide membership and hold representatives accountable.
Developing, I should point out, a code of conduct which will guide the party and the party membership, and by which we'll be able to hold our members accountable, our leaders in particular accountable, whether in government or outside of government. As we drive for accountability, there will be sanctions for non-performance and or breaches.
Among the regulations to be a part of the Code of Conduct is a policy against sexual harassment. Dr. Phillips made the announcement as he explained a series of steps the party is taking to modernize and evolve. One of those is the updating of the party's constitution. The updated constitution is to be presented to delegates at the party's annual conference on September 21.
And we think that that is very important so that the party doesn't lose its identity or its authenticity, that the delegates deal with this. We'll have to consider ways, and we have set up a committee to look at ways of whether broadening the mandate in elections, but included in those things is whether there are particular categories of professionals, teachers, nurses, security people that ought to be, trade unions that ought to be incorporated as part of the voting constituency internally.
And expressing concern that money is playing an increasing role in the outcome of elections, Dr. Phillips is pushing for the PNP to pay greater attention to political education of its members and the wider Jamaica. He says having an informed electorate will help to guard against vote buying.
In by-elections, there have been allegations of vote buying, etc. If you really look at the history of Jamaica, going back to 1944, it's not really a new phenomenon. But we, as a party, have always counteracted this risk of money playing a significant role by utilizing political education, by having an informed electorate able to exercise in a rational way their responsibilities. I think it was the view of conference last year and of the NEC that in many respects in recent times we have not paid sufficient attention to this task of political education.
In the meantime, the PNP president says as the party reviews its structures, automatic auditing of party groups is to be done. This will include re-verification of members every 5 years. Dr. Phillips says this is to ensure the integrity of the PNP.
The Structures Review Committee thought it was very important in the first instance to ensure that we were going to ensure that delegates were participating in political education, one, and that we should avoid the kind of fluctuation in the registration of groups that we have been seeing over the years when elections are due or when they are not due, vice presidential or presidential. So we're trying to stabilize the group structure and to ensure that that delegates are persons who understand the awesome responsibility that they have as the ultimate protectors of the integrity of the party.
Kimberly Broderick, Frontline News.